I'm Christine Kidder-Graves. I'm an executive career coach with marketing and sales executives, and I'm really happy to be having this conversation right now with Sue Riddell, one of my clients. And Sue actually hired me for she's not an active search, but for a very important position, but for a very important task. So we'll get right into that. But I want to just also, give you some information about Sue. So, Sue, if you could tell us what you do, that would be awesome.
Sure, thanks, Christine. Happy to. So, my name is Sue Riddell. I am a senior sales executive in the healthcare space. So, selling IT solutions into healthcare is what I've done for my entire career. I really enjoy helping organizations achieve their goals, their business goals through the use of IT.
Excellent. That's great. So, why did you want to work with me?
That's a great question, Christine. I've been in sales for quite a while. Started out very early in my career. It was all, cold calling on the phone. That's back when people actually answered their phones. Over time, outreach to customers has turned very much to LinkedIn. Our company is launching campaigns, trying to drive our potential customers to look at our website and our profiles on LinkedIn. I'm seeing that my customers do look at my profile on LinkedIn, and it was extremely basic. It was bare bones. It was meant to be non-offensive to anybody, but there was also nothing there. So if anybody came to my webpage or my LinkedIn profile, they could see I was a real human, and that was about it. So when I saw your outreach, Christine, I was very, very excited about the ability to create a brand and a landing page, and the ability for my customers to gain value out of just visiting my LinkedIn page. It's not something I had even considered before talking with you initially.
Yeah, yeah. And have you ever worked with a coach before?
I have not in this sort of setting. I've had a lot of consulting, a lot of training. But what I really like, Christine, about working with you as a coach is we did this together. And I feel like I learned so much about myself and my brand, just going through the steps. And now I do feel like I have the tools that I need to continue to work on my brand on my LinkedIn page, but also off of it. Really have helped me solidify in my mind what value I bring to my customers and my interactions and how to communicate that appropriately. And so much better than if I had hired, say, a consultant to come and write my LinkedIn profile for me, which wouldn't have had my personality. It wouldn't have had me in there, and I wouldn't know how to keep it out. So definitely really, no, I haven't worked with a coach before, and I'm really glad that I did.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too. So going into this though, did you have any concerns?
Yes, I did. Um, Honestly, a little bit of it was just the fear of how much work it was going to be to redo my LinkedIn presence and my profile. It was daunting even to think about doing it on my own. It was equally daunting thinking about doing it together. It was a mountain to climb for me. I mean,
Yeah.
it was, I communicate for a living, and I didn't want to do it wrong, right? To me, in some ways, none is better than bad. So I knew it was going to be some effort. That was probably my biggest concern.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it is an investment of not just money. Often we just think of the money, but it's also time and it's your energy too. And I think it definitely worked for you because you did the work. You followed my direction and you definitely did the work. So kudos to you, Sue, for, because you had a role to play in you getting a really good return on your investment in this. So that's critical. And why did you decide to work with me versus all the other people that are out there? Because there are so many people. It's so crowded on LinkedIn. There's a ton of people that do what I do or versions of it. So why me?
Yeah, that's a great question. We had our initial conversation, which I went into thinking, okay, this is going to be interesting, or it's not, right? You don't know until you're there. And it just felt like such a warm connection with you, Christine. I felt like how can I put it? It just, it felt like you were going to be a good person to work with. You were going to be a good guide. I felt like you were on the same wavelength with me. And we talked during the, the coaching times about how many times we were thinking of things in the same way. You have, I think, a really good sense of not just how to go about this, but you were also very, very sensitive to making sure that I was right there with you. I got that from the very first conversation with you. You were very clear about what you could do, what you could offer, what you don't do. That was also very helpful. I definitely, by the end of our first call, I had a really good understanding of what I might be getting myself into.
Good. That's, yeah, because you need to know, you need to have eyes wide open going into any kind of coaching work that you do. It's really important. So, and did you feel like the investment was worth it? Did you get your money's worth?
I do. Beyond just even the fact of the LinkedIn profile, which I'm very happy with. The time that we spent early on with the Strengths Finder, talking through who is my target audience, because it's not just my target audience on LinkedIn, it's my target audience in my job. It has actually changed how I communicate about myself, just across the board. And I think I had shared this story with you, when we got near the end. Profile wasn't even entirely done yet, but I had a call with someone who is my target avatar, someone who I'm trying to reach, someone I'm trying to relate to. And first thing he said is, before we get started, I just have to tell you that your LinkedIn profile is amazing. It's professional, it's bold, it's unique. I love it. You shouldn't change a thing. Unprompted, just he was blown away. So that alone, that made, it's like, okay, this was worth the work and the effort and the time. I'm hitting the people that I want to hit in the way that I want them to see me.
Yeah, to get that unsolicited feedback out of the blue from your ideal client avatar. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah,
So that's really good. We definitely hit the mark that we wanted to hit. So
I
yeah,
agree.
so that's good. So, but anyway, well, thank you so much, Sue, for taking the time to have this discussion with me. I really appreciate it. And you're definitely helping other people because, yeah, making the decision to do coaching is a serious decision to make, and it shouldn't be taken lightly. So,
I agree, but I'm glad that I did. Thank you, Christine.
yeah, thank you, Sue. So, wishing you all the best success. So, talk to you later. So.